959 Constantine VII Porphyrogenitus, Byzantine Emperor 913-59, dies. In 1068 Agnes of Poitou, Duchess of Aquitania, mother of German Empress, dies. In 1187 Emperor Gaozong of Song, 10th Emperor of Song dynasty, dies at 80. In 1208 Sancha of Castile, wife of Alfonso II of Aragon b. 1155. In 1492 Jami Mowlanā Nūr Od-dīn Abd Or-raḥmān Ebn Aḥmad, Persian poet lover I, dies at 78. In 1580 Gaspar Schetz, Dutch nobleman and financier, royal treasurer general of the Habsburg Netherlands, dies at 67. In 1623 William Camden, English historian, antiquarian, and author, Britannia Annals, dies at 72. Governor of the Spanish Netherlands, Cardinal of the Holy Catholic Church and military commander during the 30 Years' War, dies at 32. In 1677 Eert van der Neer, Dutch Golden Age landscape painter, known for his night scenes, dies at about 73. In 1699 Hortense Mancini, mistress of Charles Roman II, King of England b. 1646. In 1754 Johann Christoph Frauenholtz, Alsatian composer, dies at 70. In 1766 Unico Wilhelm van Wassenaer, Dutch composer, dies at 74. In 1770 John Campbell, 4th Duke of Argyll, Scottish politician. In 1778 Giovanni Battista Piranesi, Italian etcher, dies at 58. In 1801 Carl Stamitz, German violin virtuoso and composer, dies at 56. In 1802 Thomas Girtin, English artist, watercolourist and etcher, the White House, Chelsea, dies in his painting room at 27 from suspected asthma, consumption, ossification of the heart. In 1809 Paul Sandby, English cartographer and landscape painter, dies at about 78. Exact birth date uncertain, c. 1731. In 1829 Jean Xavier Lefevre, Swiss French clarinetist and composer, dies at 66. In 1854 Elizabeth Schuyler Hamilton, American socialite, philanthropist and wife of founding father Alexander Hamilton, dies at 97. In 1862 John Bordenave Villepigue, American Brigadier General, Confederate Army, dies at 32. In 1874 Israel Bak, created first Hebrew printing press, dies. In 1881 Edwin Drake, American businessman who drilled first productive U.S. oil well, dies at 61. In 1906 Leon Vanderkindere, Belgian historian and mayor of Uccle, dies at 64. In 1911 Edmund Schücker, Austrian composer, dies at 50. In 1911 Howard Pyle, American illustrator, painter and author, King Stock, dies at 58. In 1918 Guillaume Apollinaire, French poet, alcohol, playwright, and art critic, proponent of Cubism and Surrealist work, dies during the Spanish flu pandemic at 38. In 1919 Eduard Müller, Swiss politician, President of the Swiss Federal Council, dies at 70. In 1924 Henry Cabot Lodge, American Senator b. 1850. In 1924 John W. Gough, American lawyer and judge known for his part in the Catalpa rescue, dies at 76. In 1925 Daniel Joseph Jeter, Dutch High Court lawyer, dies at 71. In 1927 Ole Olsen, Norwegian composer, organist, and military band leader, dies at 77. In 1929 Nicolas Theunissen, South African cricket break bowler, second test 1889, dies. In 1930, Nadia Alalaeva, Russian woman who was the second wife of Soviet leader Joseph Stalin, commits suicide at 31. In 1935 Paolo Orsi, Italian archaeologist, Sicilian excavations, dies at 76. In 1938 Edward Murray East, American botanist and geneticist who developed hybrid corn, dies at 59. In 1938 Ernst von Rath, German diplomat, dies from injuries 2 days after assassination attempt in Paris at 29. Death provides the pretext for Kristallnacht. In 1938 Vasily Belukar, Soviet military commander Bidov 1889. In 1939 Dirk Klopp, Dutch intelligence LT, shot by German Abwehr. In 1940, Stephen A. Lancaster, Portuguese Roman Catholic prelate, dies at 64. In 1942, Edna May Oliver Nutter, American stage, silent, and sound screen character actress Little Women, drums along the Mohawk, dies on her 59th birthday. In 1943, Bernhard Lichtenberg, German clergyman and theologian, dies at 67. In 1944, Frank Marshall, American chess player, US champion 1909-36, dies at 67. In 1948, Edgar Kennedy, American silent and sound screen character actor famous for his slow burn Laurel Hardy films, Duck Soup, Average Man Shorts, and director From Soup to Nuts, dies of throat cancer at 58. In 1951, Resurrección en María de Asque, Spanish Basque priest, poet, and composer, drowns at 87. In 1951, Sigmund Rommerk, Hungarian-American operetta composer Blossom Time, dies at 64. Israeli statesman and Zionist leader, first president of Israel 1949-52, dies at 77. In 1952, Philip Murray, first president of the United Steelworkers and longest-serving president of the Congress of Industrial Organizations, dies at 66. Founder and first king of Saudi Arabia 1932-53, dies of a heart attack at 78. In 1955, Tom Powers, American actor, Station West, Destination Moon, dies at 65. In 1956, Eino Kallas, Finnish writer, White Ship, Estonian Tales, dies at 78. In 1957, Ettore Pozzoli, Italian classical pianist and composer, dies at 84. In 1957, Peter O'Connor, Irish athlete, first recognised world long jump record 1901, dies at 85. In 1958, Dorothy Canfield Fisher, American novelist and social reformer, managed first U.S. adult education program, helped conscientious objectors, dies at 79. In 1958, Gaston de Zuccoli, Italian concert and church organist, composer, ortano, Messer Franciscaner, and pedagogue, dies at 71. In 1959, Frederick Preston Search, American cellist, composer and conductor, bridge builders, dies at 70. In 1961, Antonius Kulin, Dutch author, Village by the River, dies at 64. In 1967, Charles Bickford, American actor, Dynamite, the Virginian, dies of a blood infection at 78. In 1968, Gerald Moore, American radio and screen actor, The Angry Red Planet, The Sniper, Foreign Intrigue, dies of a heart attack at 54. In 1968, Jan Johansson, Swedish jazz pianist, dies at 37. Australian cricket wicketkeeper, 51 tests, 187 dismissals, 3 X50s, dies from a heart attack at 41. In 1969, Clifford Gray, American bobsledder, Olympic gold